Hey, you ready to welcome to the channel? Happy Monday. It'll be a great day. Now, Plarium have just dropped this video a few hours ago regarding the new mythical champions that we are going to be getting into raid. I've not watched too much info about this. I did catch Hell Hades' video that he did when he got his little mystery card through, I guess, through the post from Plarium, and he went through his little champion and some of the transform bits and bobs. But apart from that, I've not really looked at any other champs. I have my own thoughts about this, but I want to watch this first because I haven't seen this video yet. It's 6 minutes. I might pause bits and bobs if something jumps out. I've got an opinion on it, but with regards to anything else, as I say, I want to watch this and then I'll give my thoughts afterwards on what I think about this new addition to the game. So let's just start it off and we'll see what happens.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our latest update preview. Buckle up, this one's going to be huge. After all, it's not every day that we announce a brand new champion rarity. Say hello to Mythical Champions. As they're the next step up from Legendary, we've gone all out to make Mythical Champions feel truly special. So what exactly makes them so next level? In a nutshell, Mythical Champions are essentially two champions in one. They can change between two forms through an exciting new mechanic we're calling Metamorph. Each form will have a different set of skills, and sometimes they'll change a champion's type entirely. Let's check out how these warriors of myth look in battle.
Oh, I must say that one looked absolutely superb.
Each form will have a
Look at that. Oh wow, that looks so good. Gaudal Bloodmaw. And yeah, I mean, I think this transform mechanic sounds very interesting actually. I just hope they're not all based on, if they die or if the team dies. I hope there's just other sort of bits to it. But hopefully, again, this may explain it. So let's carry on.
A different set of skills, and sometimes they'll change a champion's type entirely. Let's check out how these warriors of myth look in battle. Allow me to introduce you to my mythical friend, Siegfried the Nephilim. Siegfried may look like your standard paragon of the Sacred Order, but wait, he hides a dark secret. When all of Siegfried's allies die, his Metamorph skill activates, transforming him into a flaming angel of vengeance. Check it out, even his shield is angry. It's not just Siegfried's appearance that's changed. All of his skills are different now too. His first, or base form, focuses entirely on cracking skulls and dealing damage. Now that he's transformed into a second, or alternate form, he's a healer who can revive his fallen friends and get them back in the fight. So there's a very quick demonstration of the Metamorph mechanic, the signature feature of Mythical Champions. Now, let's really get into the nuts and bolts of how they work, how to make the most out of them, and how to get them. We'll start with that last and most important point.
Here we go. Get ready, guys. What the odds it includes probably opening up your wallet.
How to get a mythical champion. Presenting Primal Shards. These new, angry-looking...
Collect 100 primal quartz to form a primal shard. So I'm going to guess that 100 quartz will give you a guaranteed champ of a pool. I mean, it's got to be that, isn't it? So it's basically, rather than having a I guess a mercy system, you're just going to collect the 100 and get that champ.
Red shards will be your main way to summon mythical champions, but you can also get rares, epics, and legendaries of all affinities except void from them too. At launch, there won't be any mythical void champions, but we'll be sure to let you know when that changes and how you can add them to your collection. Primal shards can also be formed by collecting...
Right, sorry.
champions, but you can also get rares, epics, and...
You can also get rare, epic, legendary, and mythical champs from primal shards. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so you're not going to get a guaranteed champion, mythical champion from 100 shards. You're probably going to have a 0.0000001% chance of getting that.
And legendaries of all affinities, except Void from them too. At launch, there won't be any Mythical Void champions, but we'll be sure to let you know when that changes and how you can add them to your collection. Primal Shards can also be formed by collecting Primal Quartz. Collect 100 of this mythical substance, and you can create a Primal Shard. Both Primal Shards and Quartz can be earned from certain events or other in-game activities, so get hunting. So, I've got a Mythical champion. How do I power them up? Good news. They work exactly the same as any other champion. Fight in battles, send them to the sparring pit, use XP brews or food champions to gain experience, and use affinity potions to ascend them. Easy. They also come fresh out of the shard at rank 6, so no rank 5 chickens needed. Speaking of upgrades, time to talk skills.
That's interesting,
You'll
actually.
need mythical tomes to develop their skills, and keep in mind that you'll need to upgrade each form's skills separately. But before you start panicking...
Hang on, I stopped it, I think, a bit too early there.
Fully upgrading all skills across both forms will require about the same amount of tomes as if you were upgrading a legendary champion. If you have a preference for one form over the other...
Okay, so hopefully you see it showing there that you've got between 1 and 2 tomes per skill. So yeah, I reckon you're going to be looking at, yeah, probably 10 tomes. 10 to 12 tomes to probably fully book them.
To focus on that form's skills first. For example, if you want our good buddy Siegfried primarily as a healer, use your tomes on his alternate form skills first. While you'll need to think about which skills you want to upgrade first, gear and masteries will remain the same across both forms. Find the perfect balance for both, or dedicate all your resources into one form. The choice is yours. As for empowering, that works exactly the same, but you can't unbind mythical champions. When it comes...
Why are we going to unbind mythical champs? Any champ. Because the token trader bit is dead, guys. It's dead. Sort that out.
Comes to awakening, it's business as normal. Blessings will remain the same across both forms. The mythical champions will get extra stat bonuses from them. Since there will only be a few mythical champions at launch, you won't be able to add them to the wish list at the Altar of Souls. For now, anyway. That's the broad strokes covered. Let's jump back to the metamorph mechanic for a closer look. We've already seen that each mythical champion will have 2 forms they can switch between. Here's the kicker.
Oh.
The way each mythical
She
champion's
looks really
metamorph
good.
skill works can differ. Remember Siegfried, our friendly neighborhood flaming angel? His base form's metamorph skill works like a passive and will only activate when all of his allies die. However, in his alternate form, Siegfried can activate his metamorph skill like any other active skill, turning him back into his base form at the touch of a button. In general, most mythical champions will have metamorph as a standard active skill, meaning they can change forms whenever they want. Cooldown will,
That's
of
cool.
course. Whenever a mythical champion uses their metamorph skill, they'll get an extra turn, and all of their skills will have their cooldowns reset, except for the metamorph skill. Metamorph skills also can't be affected by masteries, artifacts, or anything else that might increase or decrease cooldowns. A couple more things to keep in mind for switching forms. Unless stated otherwise, you'll keep all buffs and debuffs when changing from one form to the other. Same goes for HP. You keep the same HP percentage across both forms, even if the max HP is different. However, shield buffs won't change their value. A 10k shield buff in base form will still be a 10k shield buff in alternate form. And finally, as the name suggests, mythical champions will always start a battle in their base form. With mythical champions, we're adding a whole new level of utility that players can use to their advantage. While they're very versatile, you'll need to think really carefully about which gear, masteries, and blessings suit your playstyle and team composition. We can't wait to see how these mythical champions shake up Raid.
Nice.
Be sure to keep an eye on the release notes and check the news to see which events and activities will have Primal Shards or Primal Quartz as rewards. We're also planning a major new feature that will have a mythical champion as a reward. But I think you've had enough for today. And that's pretty much everything there is to know about mythical champions. But it wouldn't be an update
Nice.
preview without a champion teaser. So here's a sneak peek.
2 dwarfs. Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Get the first batch of mythical champions. Man, they look so cool. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the official
Oh.
Raid Shadow Legends YouTube channel to stay up to date with everything going on in Plarium. Have fun and happy raiding!
Well, okay. Whew. Um, so what are we thinking about that, guys? What are we thinking? Now, I personally think that it's probably the game's natural progression to I should get that open, to actually move on to mythical. I thought, I've been thinking for a while. There's no real other um, way to move forward. I mean, legendaries, there's hundreds of them now. Um, it was getting a bit stale. Again, it's just I think it's just a natural progression to rather than keep bringing out more legendaries and ways to sort of try and muck about with them and change them and stuff. Yeah, they had to really work on bringing out something new. And yeah, this was definitely, I felt, the next sort of step that how far can I stretch this open? That it was going to be. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people saying, "Oh no, it's the end. We feared this, and it's Raid's dead." Blah blah blah. But it's not, man. It's definitely not. Raid is not going to be dead until people stop pumping money into it. And at the moment, you know, that's still happening. That's still happening. It may not be. I don't know the figures. I know how Hades is quite good with keeping an eye on all the profits, and he does videos occasionally with regards to Plarium's profits and that sort of stuff. But this is probably still Plarium's number one game. This is still probably the number one game for this genre, this sort of thing, until obviously Fateless brings something out. But this game's not dead. This game is not dying at all. This is like 4 or 5 years into it now. This was definitely on the cards to bring out, and I think, you know, I like the idea. Yeah, 100%, 100% like the idea of new characters and new ways to do things in the game. Um, and yes, they have to bring this out. They have to kind of get this content pumped out. But I do feel that they need to, I think, focus on kind of bringing life into the existing content. Really, now is a priority. Now this has come out and it's great, and we do have tons of things to do, right? We really do. There are hours and hours of sort of daily things we have to do in this game. Um, some are enjoyable, some are tedious. Some are worth doing, others aren't. Some aren't worth. Some feel like they're not worth doing, but you kind of have to, and bit of a grind, that sort of stuff. But this is what the game's about. But I think they really have to, especially for us end game players, is now work out a way of like Doom Tower. I'm on the last legendary. I've done all of the epics now. So, secret rooms I'm not gonna be hitting in normal anymore. It's only gonna be another couple of rotations in hard before I stop doing them on there as well. They need to just kind of just add stuff for us old old school players, I guess, the OGs, that to kind of keep it going. I know they need to entice new players as well, which is why this stuff is they're going to put it out there. They get all these celebrity content creator sort of limited edition ones and login champs and stuff. So that's great. They've got to pull in obviously the new players, but they also have to kind of help satisfy the players that want to hang around and are choosing to stick with this game and to continue to, I guess, invest in it. Um, like myself, I'm invested in this game now. Ridiculously amount of money, and you just have to stick with it. And I want to stick with it, and this is why I'm making content, or trying to make as much content as I can possibly. To get the most out of it and to help me stay interested in the game. But it's hard to do that, and it's hard for me as I guess a starter content creator, a new content creator, it's hard to open the game up and to look at it and think, what do people want to see from me or from the game? What's going to be interesting to do? Um, and it's just hard because you kind of go through a lot of the stuff and you think, well, you've seen that 20 times, you've seen that 100 times, someone's just put a video out on this guy and blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of difficult, and I think this is why I think Plarium need to start mixing things up a bit, like with Live Arena. The issue they have is that they just kind of bring something into the game, pop it down, and just kind of forget about it, and they need to stop doing that. They need to continually, review the content they're putting out, see, take on feedback from the players, from the content creators, and adapt it and update it and mix it up. I mean, you don't have to have just standard iron, the iron twins on rotation daily, and you could mix things up, just mix stuff up, add like a gimmicky kind of not penalty, would you call it, like a handicap or like a buff or something random will happen that will increase something or decrease something. So you've got to think out the box. So you don't just open it up, click on 15, hit, change it to 6, hit start, and put your phone down and drink your coffee. You need to look at it and think, oh, actually today is this, so I need to change my team up. I have to change a bit of gear in. I might have to bring in a champ with enough skill or a block buff. So something that's going to just keep you constantly updating things and on your toes, because I'm at the point now in the game where it's like that. You wake up, you do your Iron Twins, you do your clan boss, you do your Hydra, you do your Doom Tower, all these things that you can just click and go, and it's done. And so Live Arenas kind of changes a bit, but even then you still see the same champions, and it's kind of fun. I like to try and just add a few gimmicky characters in there, a few things just to change it, but that's only for my own amusement. I don't necessarily win, but you play it to win, because you want to get your 5 points and you want to get your tokens and you get your fragments to unlock the champ. But you also want to have fun with it, and this is what I seem to struggle with at the minute is excuse me is finding stuff to create videos for that's fun and entertaining and is interesting and hasn't been done a minute. I don't want to just create random, this epic is unreal, or I slept on this champ for too long and blah blah blah. This is, it just gets mundane, and again, too many people do it. But the thing is, it's just so difficult to go through this game and to kind of go for it to get something good out of it, or new stuff. And so what can I do about it? This is turns a bit of a strange, renty kind of odd video, but we're talking about Mythics. Yeah, again, back to subject. Mythics are great. It was definitely the natural progression of the game. I just hope that they're going to bring something new. They just got to bring something new. But it's fine bringing champions of a different rarity into the game. There's no problems with that. But you need something new to go with it. You need like a big new events, new ways of getting stuff, new ways of getting fragments. I know, and again, I know it takes hours and hours or possibly months and months of development time to bring new stuff into a game, and it has to get, it has to go through testing, it has to go through different phases, it has to get signed off and approved and all sorts of things before it gets pushed into a game. But you just never feel like they are taking information on board from us, the players, with regards to what we want. And I'm sure there are quite a few things they could do just to, just like randomizing, like even like secret rooms, you could randomize them to be different every rotation. When you get to a certain level, rather than just being the standard ones that we've done over and over and over, if you get to, if you've, if you unlock it and you complete it, it will kind of register it in your profile, and you can then, it will just randomize events, or you're limited to three champions that you can only use, or of a certain affinity, of a certain faction, just stuff, just mix things up, man. Just so I can open it up and go, okay, this is new today. What do we need to do? Even Hydra. Hydra now, you can get teams like we've seen with these Infinity teams that once you built it, it would just decimate all of them. And there's just no need to think about it really anymore. You just open it up and click go and come back to it an hour later, and you've done billions of damage. And this is the thing with this game. I mean, this is why I guess maybe people are saying, "Oh, the game's dead." Blah blah blah. But it's not. It's not dead. It's just hit a plateau. It's got a bit stagnant. It just needs zhuzhing up a bit. There are certain bits in this game where the guys need to sit down and go, right, what can we do next? What's next? We've got Dungeon Hard, and that kind of was fun for a bit, but we soon cracked that, and we got teams. I don't know, man. It's hard to really say. I think they need to go back to where it was, bring out a new campaign, a new story mode, a new, like, an expansion sort of story to it, or with Mythical Champs, some sort of new story behind it. Because then if you're working through it, and you're getting like they brought out all these all the lore and stuff with the characters, so that's great. Put that into the game. Let's explore that via gameplay. Even the cartoon series that came out was, it wasn't what I expected. It was a bit lackluster, but it was still good with regards to giving you a little insight into the kind of game and the lore and the characters that we've obviously been using for so long now. I don't know. I think they need to put this in the game. Let's play with it for a bit and unlock it all and use it in the game. But then I really hope that they kind of go back now and just start reviewing all the content that's out there and working on ways to just make it a bit fresher for everyone. I mean, not just endgame players. I mean, why not everyone? But I think they do need to see or to look at how they can appease the in-game players. Otherwise, they will move on, and they're just going to have a rotation of new players, and they won't stick around. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. But with regards to these mythical champs, I think they all look amazing. The metamorph skill looks great. But it says mythical. They kind of change, but they are still kind of Lego characters, really. I don't think that's really bringing too much difference into it. There are champs with a big variety of skills. I don't know. We'll see when they come out. We'll see when they come out. There could be some that absolutely turn it upside down and make this game crazy good again. But so far, I mean, this guy with his little, revive on death and metamorph when everyone dies, yeah, it's alright, but it's just like a kind of special move, really. It doesn't seem too good, but I don't know. The others look okay. They look great. Again, the artwork looks amazing. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, guys, this I didn't mean this to be a bit of a ranty video or drag on for so bloody long. But yeah, I just want to give my thoughts on it. I don't think the game's dead. I don't think it's dying. I don't think this is the end of Raid. I know this was the natural progression. They were definitely going to bring out, as soon as we got the mythical accessories and artifacts, I knew we were heading towards champs with a red box around it and a red gem to crack them open. But as I say, I just hope that we will start getting new content to use and to play the game with, and make it less dependent on the old stuff that we need to do on a daily basis, and just play the game and have fun with it. Like, it's a mobile game. We should be able to just pick it up, play it for 20 minutes and put it down if we need to. I think they need to work on this player doesn't mind spending 8 hours a day playing it. This player's only got an hour a day, and they need to work on ways of of both of those types of people to play it. So there you go, guys. That's just my thoughts. I think these are great. I can't wait for them to come out. I'm looking forward to a bit more news. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, please, guys. And I'll catch you in the next vid. I'm going to be smashing open a load of soul stones and bits and bobs for the soul chase, and I'll be putting that video up tomorrow, so you can catch that then, guys. But for now, that's it. Rant over. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.